Welcome to the Two Steps Ahead podcast, starring Robert Sean McGrew and Raul Ruiz, talking business, strategy, and growth, helping you stay 2 steps ahead. Let's get to work.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Two Steps Ahead podcast. I'm Robert Sean McGrew.
And I'm Raul Ruiz.
And we're in a new place today. I love the music going, Who doesn't like Billy Ocean?
I know, right?
And some of you out there saying, who the hell's Billy Ocean?
Caribbean Queen.
That's right. That's right. It's all good. Hey, it's been a while, but we're glad to be back with you. And Raul, let's start off though. Where are we at? I like this place.
This is a public house. It's called the Fermentary. It's located in Lowell, Arkansas. They're going to have their own brewery, so that should happen here in a couple months. But they do sell beer and food, and it's really good food. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's really good. It's a nice little quiet location here in Lowell, and you'll be talking with the owners here, and they're really good. They just opened up here a couple of weeks ago, and just soft. They haven't done the grand opening yet, but we want to give them a shout out and thank him for giving us a space today. It's really
good. Absolutely. And also, let me tell you, this is the second recording because the first one we did not have audio. So hopefully we're as funny as we were the first one that you did not get to see.
Raul just threw us under the bus. And how easily we slid under there.
Yeah. See, we're not professionals, so we're having fun at it, though, right?
That is correct.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
is. But hey, the video was spectacular.
I
will tell you that.
I'm going to share some of that with you guys as well, so you'll see it here in a little bit.
I'm glad they can hear us for sure now, so that's a good thing.
I hope. Really, I hope.
Okay. All right. Hope and a prayer.
Absolutely.
If not, have some wings.
Hey, so we're here at the Fermentary, right? And the first thing that came to mind is preparation. They had to prepare for their grand opening. They had to prepare for their soft opening. So that's our topic for today. That's our segue. Hey.
And you're saying we weren't prepared when we came in the first time.
That's right.
So we had to do it again. But it's all good. But
now we're prepared.
But preparation is a great topic, and we wouldn't jump into that today. And no matter what you do in life, you've got to prepare. A lot of people do say, I'll just wing it. A lot of people say, I'm spontaneous. A lot of people say, just go with the flow.
Yep.
And all those are good in theory. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't really matter what you're doing. There is some preparation of some sort in some way.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about planning. It's about planning where your next step is going to be, right? How are you going to get to where you want to get to? For example, the Fermentary, right? It started from an idea to a location, to putting everything together and finding the employees and finding the products and the menu and everything else. That's planning at the business level, right? But how do you go ahead and segment that into your personal life?
I was just at this place this week where a lady gave a presentation and talked about decisions. Do you know that the human mind makes over 35,000 decisions a day? You just made 4. Can you see his face?
But I just added 2 more in that time.
But quite honestly, we do. We're constantly thinking. We're constantly making decisions in our minds. What are we going to say? How are we going to say it? What is the relevance of what we're saying? How do we tie it together? There's another 4 or 5 right there.
Exactly.
And so the preparation is important because you don't completely want to do what the two of us are doing where we hit click, record, and then we just start going. And even though we have a little note right here that says, do not touch the table, I just touched the table. So even preparation, things can go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So remember, we said we had a really good video last time, right? This is what kept happening last time. So just to give you an FYI, don't touch the table.
Not this one.
Yeah, not this one at least.
But preparation is so important in getting ready for whatever it is you're going to do, whether it's recording a podcast, having lunch, right? Preparation lunch, what are you talking about? What time you're going to go to lunch? Who are you going to meet for lunch? What are you going to have for lunch? Who's going to pay? How are you going to pay? Those are all kinds of things that are happening constantly. But you can have some kind of preparation for it. All right, Raul and I are going to meet today at 1 o'clock. We're going to meet at the Fermentary Public House in Lowell. Mm-hmm. And that's about it. I don't think we thought about food or drink.
I thought about what should I wear. I'm going to be on this video, on this podcast. Should I take a shower? That's another thing.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I did. Well, yesterday, but not today. But still, I got ready. So that's preparation at the business level, at the social level. That's how you interact with individuals.
True. And speaking of wearing, I too thought out about what I'm wearing. And I want to send a shout out to my guy, Michael Burton with Lockstop. He's actually up in Michigan as we talk and doing and selling his product. And if you don't know about his product, he's changing the way people ride bikes. Riding bikes and bikes getting stolen is a real thing. And he's working with municipalities around the nation to solve that. And right here in Northwest Arkansas, you can see his Lockstop in action at many bike racks around town. So
Yeah, he's working with municipalities. He's working with local governments. He's working with corporations as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out, Michael, and we'll see you soon. Keep our bikes safe.
And I'm wearing an Incubus shirt, so props to Incubus. That's all I got.
Nice. Now, if Incubus comes and likes our podcast, man,
Hey,
I'm going to buy your next drink.
we love Incubus. We sure do. We love their music.
So part of what we just did too is preparation, right? Preparation for if a famous band comes and likes our podcast or wants to be on the podcast.
Please like us. Yes.
And people that we have a relationship with, like Michael with Lockstop, and the people here at Fermentary as well. The relationship portion is important, but the preparation and building all these things is important. So getting back to preparation, let's take it into the business world for a moment. And again, we talk about you being a headhunter, recruiter, and looking for talent all the time. You've touched on it before, but remind some people as far as, so what is that, some of that preparation in today's world of how they can prepare for that next job, that next interview?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Preparation is important for a candidate to be ready to interview or to even submit an application, right, for consideration for a position. You have to make sure that your resume is geared towards the position you're applying for. That's preparation. Take time to go ahead and review your resume, make updates as appropriate, accordingly to whatever experience you've had in the last few months or the last few years. So that's preparation. To prepare for an interview, of course, you have to dress the part as well. If you're going to go to an on-site interview, you definitely want to go ahead and be presentable for the interview. You want to get there on time, so you definitely have to prepare to make sure that your travel to and from, and you're going to get there on time. That's important. If you're going to do an online video online, right, with the recruiter or with a hiring manager, you want to make sure you're presentable again, and at the same time that your software, your hardware is working, your computer's up and running, your platform's working. You want to make sure everything's up to par. Your microphone's working, your video's working, and everything's good. The last thing you want is to look like you don't know what you're doing, like the record that we did a couple weeks ago. The audio wasn't working. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you're prepared enough to be ready for what's to come.
Absolutely. But I want to touch on something. You said something about, I got to dress. What? I got to do what?
Yeah, you don't want to go naked.
I can't. Oh, good point. Very good point. Because I don't want to see that. No,
nobody wants to see that.
No. But, okay, so I'm preparing for an interview. So what I'm wearing is not appropriate for an interview?
I would say no.
Okay. So what do you tell the people or person that is saying, wait a minute, bro, we're in a different age and time. What are you talking about? I've done interviews like this before.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It depends on the role, right? It really depends on the role that you're applying for. The preparation has to be for the role that you're applying for. If it's a role working as a cart pusher, it's understandable. You don't have to be as professional or business casual as you normally would for a professional position. So it varies. It does vary.
Yeah.
Don't touch the table. I touched the table again. I apologize.
It's all good. Doesn't matter how many signs we put on here. I've been touching the table too. So it's all good. But thanks for that clarification, because people do confuse with that kind of stuff. And also, I want to talk about technology again for a moment. You're talking about being prepared. And this actually happened to me this week. We had a Teams, not an interview, but a meeting, a conversation. And video was working, voice was working, and then all of a sudden the connection.
Freeze frames.
And it was one of those things that even though you're prepared, something happened. So be prepared for alternative. So immediately, what did I offer? I said, "You want to switch to phone?" I know that's an antiquated thought for a lot of people, but but these things are actually for making a phone call. But that's what we did. We switched to the phone and we finished our conversation with that. So preparation isn't just mean that you do exactly what you prepared for, but sometimes having an alternative is very handy.
Yeah, there's always a curveball being thrown at you, right? No matter what you do in life, right? So you have to try to be as prepared as possible. For something like that, you end up using your phone. But for example, you want to make sure that you reset your modem prior to having a video call.
A what?
To make sure your modem, right?
A modem?
Your high-speed internet modem at home. You want to make sure you
It just works, bro.
yeah, it just turns and then you just log in, right? Like the way you used to dial up back in the day. Hey, do you remember the noise?
Speaking of modem, it's funny because this actually happened again. A lot of things have happened this week for some reason. But my kid's dad, the Wi-Fi is not working, and I'm at work. I'm like, reset the modem. Unplug and plug it back in. And I was like, hello? And what do you mean, Dad? You know the box is sitting in Dad's room? Yeah. Go unplug it and plug it back in.
For those that don't know, that's called recycling the modem.
Recycling? What?
Recycle the modem. Yep. Yep. I learned that. I worked at Cox, so I know that.
See, we were recycling before recycling was cool.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Getting back to preparation. How can we apply preparation into our own daily lives? Okay, we're talking about like a work situation from a recruiting standpoint, but let's go to, you talked about planning a little while ago, which we've had an episode on that, so make sure you watch that episode. But communication is important in the preparation. I'll give you an example. My wife and I are getting ready to take a big trip. There's a lot of preparation, not only building out what we're going to do, but what's going to happen while we're not here. So we've got kids. They've got school. We've got my mother-in-law here. We've got my older daughter that lives in town. Preparation of, okay, what's the emergency numbers? What happens if this goes? Here on this day and time, somebody's got an activity, and et cetera. And so the preparation is planning, communicating, and knowing what's going to happen on a certain given day and time, and what to do in case that changes. So the preparation isn't just the execution or the planning of it, but it's also on the alternative side of knowing what it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's about, again, communicating, right? You have to engage other sources or other individuals or friends or family to take care of the dog while you're away, or the cat while you're away, or the kids need this or that. So it takes communication, of course.
Yep. And also thinking from a personal standpoint, in preparation, a lot of people are like, okay, my day's ended, I'm done tonight. And then there's also the part where you have to look at it from the standpoint of, okay, it's my day's ended, but what am I doing tomorrow? What do I need for tomorrow? What clothes am I going to wear? Oh, I got an interview. What clothes am I going to wear for that?
Yeah.
I got a meeting. Oh, tomorrow's a casual day. I wear my lock stop suit. No matter what it is, you're going to plan in the preparation of what's ahead. Oh, tomorrow my kid's got a ball game. I've got to make sure I leave work early. Tomorrow I've got a podcast recording with Raul at 1 o'clock. All right, I'll make sure I bring my microphone, make sure it's turned on, make sure I've got my laptop. Those kinds of things. So it's the mental preparation and the physical preparation,
Yep.
and then the execution of it. But if you don't already have something in mind and you just go into it, ultimately you're always going to forget something.
Exactly. Yep. Preparation is key. It's definitely key. And you can prepare for anything that could happen, any possibility, but you're never always going to be 100% foolproof. But it's always good to prepare and know that if in case there is a delay or if in case there is a snag, you'll know what to do.
And this guy's great on preparation. When he's taking his trips, although I give him a hard time, I have to give him kudos because he does prepare. I know you got an RV that you like to take out and stuff, and it's not just hooking it up and hitting the road. He spends some time in that preparation.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a process you got to go through, and that's what preparing is. You have to make sure you hit the road the right way, and that's the same thing with life and business. That way. Or, yeah, it can be any way. But as long as you're prepared, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So taking it back into the business world for a moment, we've talked about networking and relationships as well. Preparation is needed in there, right? Very rarely does anybody, maybe myself, go in and say, hey, I'm Robert Sean McGrew. Nice to meet you. What do you do? A lot of people don't do that completely. Sometimes there's that preparation. Okay, there's this guy, Raul, somebody told me I need to talk to. He's got a name tag. Okay, that's Raul. There's some preparation in there because not everybody's just a go-getter and going out and just cold calling and talking to people.
That's a great point. I want to go ahead and touch on that because that's going to be another segment that we do, totally, for sure, because I think we've all been there at one point or another where we've gotten to a certain area and we're going to meet people and we're going to talk to people, but we're not sure about what to say, how to say it, how they're going to react. Our armpits are sweaty, our palms are sweaty, You just don't know how it's going to go. You're not prepared for it, right? But if you prepare for it, you'll be more relaxed. You'll know what to anticipate, what to talk about. The easiest thing to do is to talk about what they're doing. As long as you talk about what they're doing, trust me, the conversation will flow. Then it's important to them, and they'll continue talking to you about what you want to know. So that's a good point, but we'll talk about that at a later episode.
And you gave me another great example as you were talking through that. Today, I actually got a shot. I hate shots, but I got one right here. Okay. And the preparation of it is just, I have to mentally prepare myself. Yes, that too. But I really, the lady that was executing the shot did it perfectly in the sense that she was leading me through preparing for it and said, okay, get ready up. And as she's doing it, she already stuck me and she's almost finished. I felt that she did that, but I was appreciative of it because in my preparation, if I would have waited for her to say, okay, 1, 2, 3, I would have been, I would have moved, squealed, whatever. Yes, I do. I hate shots. But nonetheless, got through it. It was real quick. So another good example of preparation. And sometimes the preparation with the planning doesn't mean it's 1, 2, 3. It can go 1, 3 like it did today.
Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. You got to be prepared for anything. And sometimes we're not prepared for everything, but being prepared for as many things as possible that could happen is a good start.
And speaking of preparation, as we're ending this episode today, we have done all these episodes talking about different topics, and we've been preparing each episode one by one in whatever way. And as we've told you, we're not looking to be a professional podcast. We want to be relatable, have a conversation, and hopefully it'll help you get 2 steps ahead in one way or another, whether it's in personal or in business. So we as a podcast are happy to announce that we are in the preparation of launching our next episode with an interview.
That's right. We will have an interviewer next time. So we'll be interviewing somebody.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Who is it?
Don't know yet. We haven't prepared for that
We haven't
yet.
prepared for that. Okay, all right. We are in baby steps.
That's right.
But nonetheless,
That's
we're
right.
looking to grow and expand our podcast.
Did you just say grow? We are growing. We are adding another platform. It is Spotify. So you will have Spotify right here.
Awesome.
Right there. I don't know. Do you see it? I hope you see it. Yeah, right there. So Spotify is the next platform we're going to be on. That should be up and running now, actually. But we should be adding a third platform as well here pretty soon, which my man will work on, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
All right. But
Manzana.
Manzana. All right. An apple. Okay.
For those of you who know.
Very good. Yes, we are in that preparation of moving, expanding our podcast. And again, let us know these podcasts have been helpful for you. Share them with other people. We appreciate all those who have listened. And we do know that you're sharing because we've had people say, hey, somebody shared this with us. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
And we look forward to bringing people on. And if you're interested in being on with us, just let us know. Shoot us a note, comment in the section here, and like us on social media.
And subscribe.
There you go. I knew my wingman's back. He's awesome. And we will take care of you, and we'll get you set up some point here in the future. But in the meantime, remember, preparation is key to all the things and all the topics we've already talked about in our episodes. So go back and watch them, rewatch them, share them with other people, and prepare yourself for our next episode and our guest. We don't know who it is yet, but we're going to bring it on. Thanks for joining us on the 2 Steps Ahead podcast. See you
Bye.
next time.
Peace.